So I am here in Tahoe with Jamie Davis. I am second shooting for her.
Woohoo.
And I met Jamie, I think maybe like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and during that time you were working part-time, right?
Working full-time,
Oh,
actually. Yeah. Full-time for about a year, and then I went down to part-time.
Yeah. And how many weddings did you have then when I met you?
I was averaging like 8 to 10.
Okay. And now you're like what? At 30?
35.
Okay. And this is the reason why I wanted her to come on the vlog, because she is at 30 weddings, and she did that within like 2 years. And she's a wedding photographer based in Orange County.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you first started, what were you like struggling the most with?
Finding clients, finding my ideal client,
Mm-hmm.
booking the kind of weddings that I wanted to book.
Okay. And what kind of got you like what transitioned you? What do you think was like the number one thing that helped transition you into finding the right client? Like what did you see was the
tipping point,
Yeah.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Showing what I wanted to get back. So being really, I guess you could say, picky about what I put on my blog, what I put on my website, what I was posting on social media to attract more of that ideal couple that I thought would fit with me really well. And then getting more of like the type of venue that I want and things like that.
So then, with that said, do you post every wedding?
For my blog, I'll post every wedding, but there's some where I post more heavy of like the portraits and things like that. So if one of the things I like about my ideal client or my ideal couple is they're super excited for the portraits. So they want to do a first look. They want to have all this time. Mm-hmm. So my main thing is I blog very heavy on the portrait section and very heavy on the details, because I want a bride that wants tons of details and these huge, beautiful, gorgeous bouquets and trinkets that she's bringing in from her own legacy and that kind of thing. So I post a lot about that, because by doing that, it's going to attract that type of bride, somebody that is, really passionate about their portrait section of their wedding day, of just, her and her groom.
Okay. So just by doing that now, do you feel like that is like the number one way you get clients now, or are you mostly doing other things too?
I'm doing other things to actually get clients, but that was helping me get ideal clients. So I feel like I'm at a really lucky place right now where every couple that I work with, I just love. We get along really well, and we fit. Whereas maybe towards the beginning it was, a little bit harder, I guess you could say. So what I'm doing right now to actually get clients, it's all about client experience. So it's how I'm interacting with the client, what I'm doing before and after the wedding, even a year after the wedding, and then that way I'm actually gaining client referrals. Because if I shoot, say you're an ideal bride and I shoot your wedding, more than likely your bridesmaids and your groomsmen that are in that wedding party are going to be ideal as well, because they're going to be similar to you in taste and style and personality. So by doing that and gaining that relationship with the bride and groom, they're going to refer their friends to me because they trusted me and they want their friends to have that same experience.
Okay. So do you have any like one big like referral tip that you can give to people to help elevate whatever they're doing now?
Answer your emails within 24 hours. I cannot stress enough how that has impacted my business, because I've had brides tell me before, like, oh my gosh, you got back to me so fast. Like, it's been 2 hours. And for me, this is my full-time job. So I don't have an excuse to not write somebody back within at least 24 hours. And if say this weekend I'm out in Tahoe until Sunday, I have an auto response on that. It lets people know that. But I'm still going to come back and answer emails this evening, because that's new business and it's walking right in the door, and people can just sometimes, if they don't respond in 3 or 4 days, they could have found another photographer. They could have been talking to me in that 3 or 4 days, and I could have booked them by that point. So I would say that's the most important thing, customer contact, I guess.
So in the car, we talked a little bit about how you just raised your pricing,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So you already gave a little bit of tips on how to gain more clients, but is there any tip on how to, not just gain more clients, but to get more money out of your clients? No?
I feel like you have to specialization. So one way that I can, I guess you'd say, get more money out of my clients is that I specialize only in wedding photography. Just like you our like hardcore boudoir. By doing that, that's all you do. So for me, if you hire me and I just do weddings, that's all I'm doing year round. I'm going to know how the day flows and all that kind of stuff. If you hire a photographer that does weddings and families and newborns and maternity and maybe shoots concerts on the weekend sometimes too, it's too wide of a scope. They might only shoot 5 weddings a year, but you think because they have it and they advertise that they specialize in it along with all that other stuff, they're not.
Yeah. I probably should have said more luxury weddings, not get more money out of my clients. Yeah, my bad.
Yes, more luxury weddings. So, and that's actually my tagline on my website is luxury weddings for the nostalgic bride. So right off the bat, the first thing you see when you come to my website says that right there. So that's going to help attract.
So what they say, like branding,
yes,
everything about your brand.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's it. But yeah. So thank you, Jamie, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure you visit her website. What's your website?
Yes. JamieDavisphoto.com. JAIME.
And if you're a bride looking for a wedding photographer, hire her, contact her.
Yes.
She travels.
Yes.
Everywhere.
International.
Okay. All right. Subscribe to this channel to keep up more tips and tricks. Talk to you next time.
Bye.